Hello, Assalamu alaikum, everybody. I hope you all are well. And best of luck for your O-level IGCSE paper tomorrow. I'm recording this at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. I'm sorry I had my reservations a couple of days ago. I've just been very inactive because I have a lot of things on my plate. So, one thing and then the other thing, then the other thing. But I know you guys have it in the bag. Inshallah, you guys are gonna ace your exam. Just keep a couple of things in your mind. Tomorrow when you wake up, I always recommend to go to sleep early, but it's quite impossible for a lot of students because they have this constant thing going on in their brain कि यार कुछ पढ़ा है क्या होगा क्या नहीं होगा, and that results in lack of sleep. But remember, your chemistry paper is a lot of calculations, just like in mathematics as well. There's a lot of thinking, a lot of calculations. So a good night's sleep will help you guys a lot, because with a fresh brain, with a fresh mind, you guys can easily wrap your head across concepts and calculations and whatnot. Now, I always say to go to sleep early and wake up early as well. And once you wake up, don't have a heavy breakfast. This is one of my recommendations. Don't have a heavy breakfast, because technically speaking, when you have a heavy breakfast, all the blood is concentrated in your stomach, and everything, your stomach starts working on digestion and whatnot. So I always say to just have glucose, carbohydrates, glucose, have chocolate, have, probably a milkshake, take a few dates with you to the examination hall as well, or chocolates or biscuits and whatnot. Meaty koi cheez kind, right? Have honey, have something sweet, right? So, and when you wake up before going to the examination hall, please do mathematical tables with yourself, or any like game or puzzle or whatnot for 5-10 minutes, so that your brain wakes up, right? So probably when you wake up, don't just go directly to the exam hall and just start using your brain right there at the exam hall. Do a few tables. What my practice is for every exam that I've had throughout my life, when I wake up, I do is just go over a couple of tables. I go like, oh, seven sevens are, seven fours are, seven fives are, seven eights are, six fours are. So I talk to myself like that, and then I solve it so that my brain starts to work. So please. Do this. It's a good technique. It'll help your brain wake up, and help you in the long run as well. Now, a couple of other tips to you guys as well, that probably a lot of you would have been done with your preparation, and a lot of you would have completed everything. Just go over your notes today. Don't No need to do any early papers and whatnot. Go over your notes slowly, and just do a couple of questions from the past papers, or just revise your from the topic wise past papers, or revise your mistakes that you've made throughout the topic wise past papers. And if you still have time, then what I'd recommend, if you want to cover a lot of questions and you have you still have a few hours left for your preparation, then what you could do is you can, just read through the questions of the topic wise booklets, and try to answer them from your mind, and try to answer them orally instead of just writing it and wasting time. Just orally answer it. This will help you active recall and whatnot. तो these are a couple of tips. बस बाकी चिल करें, कोई अर्ली शर्ली करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. And one more advice to you guys would be to not join marathons at this stage, today, yesterday, or whatnot. At this stage, I'd recommend not joining any marathons if you're done with somewhat of your preparation. If you at this point have zero preparation, zero as in you've never even looked at the chemistry notes that you've made, or you've never ever made notes, or you've never even looked at anything, yes, then I recommend going over a marathon on something of any teacher or whatnot. But at this point, I'm pretty sure that 99% would have been done with somewhat of a preparation. So if you're done with even somewhat of a preparation, just go over the notes that you've made. If you've not, go over notes of a friend, right? And try to understand them, quickly go over them, and then just do topic wise questions, a couple of questions with your pen, or with a pencil or whatnot. You just do a couple of questions topic wise, And then, if you still have time, then do it orally quickly so that you know what the trend of these questions are throughout the years. ठीक है? तो बस इतना कहना था, बाकी मेरा भी आजकल बहुत बिजी स्केजुअल चल रहा है. आई एम सॉरी. I've tried to answer as many questions as possible in the DMs, in the discussion forums, in the group chats and whatnot, but I've just had a lot of things going on. So बाकी आखिरी दिनों में इतना हमारा काम भी नहीं होता, ये इतने फजूल में बड़े बड़े हम मैराथन्स रखें, स्पेशली एज अ केमिस्ट्री टीचर और फिजिक्स टीचर या जो, तो मतलब इट डजंट मेक सेंस. एन ए स्टार स्टूडेंट और एन ए स्टूडेंट, और इफ यू हैड योर फेयर शेयर ऑफ स्टडीइंग, तो देयर इज नो नीड टू go over these long ass marathons. It's just gonna be a waste of time. तो बस अपनी तैयारी आपकी पूरी है, ज़बरदस्त किस्म का काम करें और इंशाल्लाह अल्लाह ताला आप सबको कामयाब करे. और बाकी यू गाइस विल एस इट, आई बिलीव इन यू. एंड ड्यूरिंग द एग्जामिनेशन जस्ट कीप वन थिंग इन माइंड कि यार, I've done my preparation. जो होना था वो मैंने कर लिया. Now you just have to go with the mindset of a leader. Don't go with the mindset of a person कि यार वो हो बस पता नहीं मैं तो फेल हूँ. If you've already, if you're nervous during the paper, just take a deep breath, relax, tell yourself यार मेरे से पहले भी before me a lot of students have done it. After me a lot of students will probably do it. So why can't I do it? I've done my prep. I'm gonna ace this paper. Have that mindset. Have the mindset of a leader. Have a mindset of an executionist. Have a mindset that I'm gonna ace it. Be confident, and believe in yourself. That's all I can say. At the end, it comes down to you. That 3 hours, those 2 hours, 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 3 hours. That basically determines how you can handle pressure and whatnot. Even if you can't, just take a deep breath and relax, and calm yourself down probably, and just go for it, because you've been studying 3 years for this paper. So it would just be a waste of time to just be nervous during the paper, and just you have to calm your nerves. There's no other alternative to it, because these 3 hours are not going to, or 2 hours are not going to take into account all the knowledge that you've gathered throughout the years. It's not going to take into account any of that. What matter is that grade, that piece of paper, that grade that'll show on a piece of paper, right? And that's how people will just see you कि यार इसका A star आया, इसका A आया, इसका B आया, इसका C आया है. मतलब, to be very honest, frankly speaking, हम कहते हैं कि a piece of paper cannot decide your future, but to some extent, yes, it can, to some extent, because it will either open doors or close doors. That's up to you. But for now, you guys can ace it. मतलब अभी से अगर आप, if at this point you guys are, oh, a piece of paper cannot decide my future, and oh बस जाए, so then the mindset is not right. Just tell yourself यार नहीं, अभी की लिखे ना, बाद में देखी जाएगी. After your paper, after your result, then we'll have a different stance, right? But for now, you must train your brain कि यार खड़काना है मैंने पेपर. I have to do it. I can do it. I have to do it. I will do it. मतलब there's no other option for me other than to ace this paper. So inshallah, you all will ace this paper. I believe in you. You guys have done a lot of effort, and Allah Ta'ala, God, he'll obviously reward you for all the hard work that you've done. And I always say, may God reward you more than the hard work, a lot more than the hard work that you've done, because sometimes our hard work is not up to the mark. तो बस ये कुछ बातें थी आपको बतानी थी. बाकी टेंशन टूंशन ना ले. और ये मेरे बस कुछ फाइनल टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स थे जो मैंने आपको बता दिए. बाकी अल्लाह ताला बेहतर करेगा. थेरी पेपर इंशाल्लाह हो जाए, फिर एटीपी इज आल्सो इजी, एमसीक्यूज इजी, थेरी इज आल्सो इजी. Just know that few those couple of hours during the exam hall, inside the exam hall, you just have to make sure that you are calm, cool, calm and collected, right? तो आराम से पेपर देखें, चिल करके. बहुत टाइम होता है इन थेरी. यू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम, इवन इन ऑल द पेपर्स इन ओ लेवल्स यू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम, एक्सेप्ट फॉर आई थिंक पाक स्टडीज इस्लामिया. तो बाकी टाइम बहुत होगा आपके पास. तो चिल करके आराम से सुकून से पेपर करें. सब कुछ आपने किया हुआ है, ठीक है? चलो, आई विश यू गाइस द बेस्ट ऑफ लक. और कोई फूल शूल आ जाए इधर, बलून्स आ जाए. यस, चलो. Bye guys, take care, bye bye, ciao, Allah Hafiz.